UCLA, let's go, baby. When is
Nineteen versus UNLV. Well, appreciate you guys' time. Obviously, after a game like that hurts, we got to find a way to win those games. But first and foremost for me always, man, thank you, Jesus, for an opportunity to coach this team, man. I'm so confident in this team, love this team, and had every opportunity to win. And that's what everybody says after they lose the game, but I really did feel that way. I'm proud of how our team battled tonight. I feel way different than after the loss to game 1 of the season against South Florida, where I felt like we didn't at times. Tonight, I really felt like we battled. I felt like our team never quit. Even though obviously some self-inflicted stuff happened in regards to penalties or, mistakes on our end that we got to fix. But I'm proud of our guys battling, proud of them never quitting, proud of them, even on the sideline, man, there was no pointing finger. They didn't see anybody start, quitting. They glued together. I believe where there's unity, God commands a blessing. Our team stay close. We just got to find a way to execute better. I mean, in a game, when you have 4 turnovers, I don't care who you're playing, especially a top 10 team like Notre Dame, you're not going to win. And so we got to protect the football. We moved the football really well offensively today, or we had our moments, but we can't have penalties that put us behind the sticks. We got to find a way to get open in man coverage more consistently, and we got to make sure we don't turn the ball over. Defensively, we just gave up too many explosive runs, and it came down to tackling. Sometimes up front we were off. Sometimes our defensive line got reached, and linebackers weren't fast enough to fit. We got to get off blocks at linebacker, and we got to do a better job tackling. There were times in the game we did a good job. We knew these 2 tailbacks were really good, but we got to tackle better. I know we've talked about that a lot. We got to continue to find ways to get ball carriers on the ground. And there's a couple critical third downs on defense that we got to make sure we get off the field, especially with an explosive offense. I mean, that's one of the top offenses in the country, and we were doing a good job. We got to get off the field on third down. So a lot of things that, as a coach, frustrate me just in regards to how a play ended, if it's either a lack of fundamentals, a lack of technique, but I am proud of how our team battled. And at Boise State, we got to find a way to win these games, period, end of story, and we haven't. And that's on me. And I got to look at it to see what are we missing, how can we coach it better, how can we teach it better, and we got to be problem solvers because we got to find a way to win these games. You don't come out here for a trip. We don't come out here to enjoy the scenery. We come out here to win, and we didn't. And we had every right to. We didn't. Hats off to Notre Dame, very well coached. Coach Freeman's done a phenomenal job with his team, and I know they're going to be really good and always will be really good because they got the right guy at the helm. So, like I said, proud of how our guys battle. We didn't do enough to win tonight, and that's on me. It's on our staff to find ways to get it fixed.
You mentioned the turnovers, the penalties, there were missed tackles. I know you haven't looked at the film yet, but just based on what you see, what do you guys have to do to fix those?
Yeah, we had a couple of self-inflicted penalties today, right? Some of the holdings and we had an offensive PI that those are bang plays. I got to look at the film to see what we're missing, maybe teaching wise, but I can live in that space. We got to find a way to not have those happen. But I think we were even in penalties both sides. I think Notre Dame had theirs, we had ours. But what hurts you is when false start penalty, get you behind the stick, some procedure penalties that can happen. And on the flip side, I mean, we put ourselves in tough situations. That's where a lot of these turnovers came up, right? We got to find a way to win in man coverage. We have to. And teams that got really good secondary like Notre Dame does, we got to find a way to win in man coverage, and we got to be consistent with running the football, and we didn't tonight. And that's what happened. So you can get yards, but if you turn the ball over and you shoot yourself in the foot with penalties, you're not going to be able to score points. And against a really good team like Notre Dame, we got to use every possession.
Just in the penalties, Spencer. I mean, it feels like last year we weren't talking about games with 10+ penalties, and it was the Air Force game today. Do you know where that's coming from?
Yeah, obviously it's something we're missing as coaches, and it's something we got to continue to look at. And just like anything, if we were to win this game, which I believe coming into this we were, I'm going to give Jesus all the glory, give our coaches, our players. When we lose, it's on me. It's on me, and I don't say that lightly. I don't say this like that's the nice thing to say. I believe that, obviously, for me and how we practice, how we teach. That's what we control as coaches. By the time you get to the game, we're not going to overcoach them. It's time to go cut it loose because you're going to be who you are in the game. And so we got to see in practice and what we're teaching. Obviously, it's too many penalties. We lost the game tonight because we turned the ball over and we didn't get off the field on some critical third downs. That's why we lost the game. Penalties are big. We can't now. Penalties turned into turnovers because we're now on fourth downs and third and longs, and that's where you start being careless with the football a little bit, and that's what can clean that up.
Matt, you talked about the turnovers. What about Notre Dame's secondary is so good and gave you guys some problems today? Yeah,
they did a really good job in their man coverage. It was hard for even with some shifts, some motions. They did a good job locking on. We didn't have a lot of guys running free. And hats off to their defensive scheme. They did a good job. And we were able to move the ball a little bit. And then good job by the time we got open in man coverage. Their front was able to get home, and great plan by Coach Ash, Coach Freeman. I mean, they did a really good job.
They had 4 sacks today too.
Yeah.
Was the pass rush and kind of the more increased blitzing something that you guys were expecting coming in?
Yeah, I mean they had their switch ups for us, which every good team will, and they did a good job of their defensive plan. But it's a trickle down effect, right? If no one's open downfield, that's going to give time for the rush to get home, and they worked really well together as a defense.
With Madsen, how do you evaluate his play? I mean, some of those interceptions just seem like ill-advised throws or bad throws.
Yeah, I got to look at it, BJ. I mean, obviously, the easy answer is he's got to make the right throw, but without watching the film, me, different than our coordinators, I don't get time to get on the iPad and see what's going on. The second one side of the ball is off the field, I'm right onto the next side of the ball. So I'm going to have to watch the film, BJ. Obviously, I know there's some throws that Maddox missed tonight. There's some turnovers that we can't have, but we're not in good situations, right? And that's holistic. Coaching, players, we can't be in third and long all the time, right? And that's hats off to Notre Dame's defense and us not executing when we need to on first and second down. So got to watch the film to really evaluate it. I know Maddox is a competitor. He's hard on himself. I know he's beat himself up, but this is a team. I mean, we didn't lose the game tonight because Maddox Madsen had some interceptions. We lost the game because we lost as a team. And there's going to be things in all 3 phases. I mean, you look at the first punt of the game. We're running down on punt, and we get a fair catch. We start to slow down a gunner, and that ball falls on the ground. Those are plays we got to find a way to win. We didn't tonight. So long-winded answer, BJ. We got to look at the film, and obviously there's interceptions in the game. The first finger is going to get pointed at the starting quarterback. We got to watch the film, but either way, we got to find a way to take care of the football, and we just got to be more efficient on first and second half.
Yeah, Latrell Capel's penalty there, when you guys were moving the ball, maybe you could tie the game there to start the third quarter. I mean, I saw you talking to the ref. I mean, I know you haven't seen the film, but that's a tough one.
Yeah, from my vantage point, it didn't look like a foul. Obviously, they called it the way they need to, and that's a good officiating crew. So we'll look at the film. It is what it is. I mean, there's obviously those are huge moments, momentum swings. But as a team, good teams find a way to overcome those, and we did tonight.
Coach, Madsen, you had a great, seemed like first half he was ups, and then there were some downs there. Coming off the sideline, we saw his facial expressions. What do you tell your starting quarterback after a night like that?
He's a competitor. I mean, that's the thing about however a game goes, the first finger gets pointed at the head coach, as it should, and then usually people try and nitpick the starting quarterback, right? I don't care where you're at, who you are, that's football in general. Maddox Madsen's a warrior. I will go to war with Maddox Madsen any day of the week, and there's not a quarterback in the country that I would like to be the quarterback of our team than Maddox Madsen. Period, end of story. We'll watch the film and find ways for him to continue to grow.
Just with the offense, you said some of it's situational. Do you think some of the issues with the passing game is just not being able to get the running game going as well?
It's both sides, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's much easier to throw the football when you're able to run efficiently, right? When you're stopping the run, you're playing 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10. Then it's time for the question about the pass rush. Then it's time for Notre Dame to pin their ears back and go get the quarterback, right? And then that gives time for the rush to get home, and then we got to win in man coverage. So it's a trickle-down effect. If I can't win first down, if we can't establish a run game, which we really didn't tonight, it's going to be hard for us to win in the pass game. We are built to run the football. We are built to wear a defense down and then pick our shots. We weren't able to pick our shots tonight, and that's hats off to Notre Dame.
You guys obviously took the lead there about 4 minutes ago, and then within 3 plays, they're already down inside the 30.
Yep.
I mean, just the explosive plays.
Yep.
You mentioned the tackling plays. How big was that touchdown by them late in the half?
Huge. I mean, they won the middle 8. They won the middle 8, and that's a huge stat in college football, right? And we got to find a way to make sure it doesn't happen. We get the momentum back, up 1 point. Great job by our team, find a way to claw back, getting ready to go into halftime, and they moved down the field effortlessly, right? Missed tackles. There was a big 3rd and long that we missed too. Like, you can't lose those downs, and we did tonight. And so we got to look at it and see, okay, what are we missing? Is it lack of fundamentals and technique? I know tackling is going to show up in a major way, and that's something, guys, we're going to continue to work and continue to find better ways to do it. And I know I'm going to probably get asked on Monday's conference, you keep bringing up tackling, and I'm going to bring it up again because we got to continue to find ways to do it better. And I know we practice it, but we got to find a way. What are we missing? I don't know. We're going to look at it and find a way. We're problem solvers, and I'm excited to get to work on it.
Why was it tough to run the ball tonight? How much does it also take some patience at time, I guess, maybe? You guys were also I mean, juggling a couple of interior offensive linemen pretty much throughout the entire game, too.
Yeah, we had some guys banged up in the interior line, so we had to kind of rotate. But I believe in our offensive front. I believe in our schemes to run the football. Like, that's a mentality for us. We're never going to go into a game and be like, yeah, this is not a game we need to run the football. And that is a mentality of Boise State football. And we couldn't do it tonight, right? And is there some things schematically, play call? No question, right? We'll look at that and see kind of where we're missing it. But we got to find a way to make sure we run the football. It's not 2nd and 11, right? That's a hard spot to be in offensively. Once again, hats off to Notre Dame. We'll look at the film, but we have to establish a run game to be successful. And that's not different at Boise State than anywhere else. Notre Dame established a run game, right? They established a run game early on in the game, and then that's hard as a defensive play caller to stop now because now you're second-guessing yourself.
DJ, go ahead. Big picture-wise, I mean, it's a non-conference game. I know you obviously wanted to win. It would have done a lot of things for you, but to go back into conference play now and be 1-0 there and still have that goal ahead of you, I guess how do you got to kind of refocus here for what's ahead?
Yeah, BJ, I mean, obviously it's always the next game. No matter if we won this game, it'd still be our focus would be on New Mexico, which is a huge league opponent, and they've played really, really well. But this one hurts. I mean, like I said, I don't run from the fact that we have to find a way to win these football games, and I believe we will. We didn't this year. We didn't last year, and that's on me. And there's no excuse. It's not. And I've heard all the excuses. Well, no. There's 11 dudes on the field. We got 11 guys. We got to find a way to win, and we didn't. And that's on me. And I'm excited to find a way to get it fixed because we got to find a way to win this football game. Bronco Nation travels so well. I mean, I got pictures of the Boise airport yesterday packed, coming to see the Broncos in South Bend. They didn't come out here just for us to try. They came out here to see us win, and we didn't. Once again, hats off to Notre Dame. It's a really good football team, but we got to be better.
Jay, last one.
It's probably not the best time to ask it because it might sound like an excuse, but, I mean, college football is a resources race at this point in time. And if you look around this place, I mean, you're looking at a school that has a lot of them. So, I mean, Penn State has a lot of them. I mean, just how much more difficult is it to find a way to win these types of games in this current state of college football?
Yeah, Jay, good question. I mean, there's absolutely a reality to that, so I'm not running from that. And we have the best athletic director in the country in Jeremiah Dickey. I believe in our support, and we need to continue to grow our resources. Have to, no question about it. But right now, this season, 2025, we have enough. And I don't ever go into a season. There's no scoreboard where it shows Notre Dame's money, Boise State's money. There's only one scoreboard, and we lost that scoreboard tonight. And that's on me as the head coach. That's on us to get it fixed. So we have enough. I knew going into this season we had enough to win every single game we played in, and we've lost 2. And that's on me to get fixed. Not running from the fact that I know in the future we got to find a way to continue to push forward and raise resources and continue to pour into our team and what we're doing. And I know we will. I believe in our administration. I believe what God is doing with our team. But we have enough, and we didn't get it done.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Safe travels.
Thanks, guys. You too. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Coach. Got Jay and Bird Morgan there.
How's it going?
We're good? So we're good? Okay, questions for Jaden. Jaden, what's the most frustrating part about that game?
Just seeing the work that we put in through the week and knowing that it didn't come out to the way that we wanted to. But, just being able to know that we have a lot to work on and being able to look back at the film and get better next week and continue to grow.
That first drive, they come right down the field, but to stop them on 4th and goal and get that momentum, I mean, how big was that early? And do you feel overall like the defense played good enough for you guys to win this game?
That first 4th down stop was huge. I think being able to do that brought us a lot of momentum. But as a defense, I think we played very well, and I think we played at an elite level. But there's a lot of things that we need to fix, and there's a lot of things that we will fix in the next week.
Those penalties, kind of sometimes kept drives alive. Offensively, they hurt you guys as well. Just what did you see on the penalties? What was happening there?
I think it's just being disciplined to do your job and do your 111th. Just being able to not hurt yourself. Coach D talks a lot about sins, self-inflicted negatives, and being able to take those away from the game helps you out a lot and helps you win the game.
BJ brought up that first drive, and then you guys had another 4th down stop later in the half. Just what's the confidence of the defense on those plays?
Yeah, being able to know that we can stop them on a 4th down, and it's huge. It's huge to it's counted as a turnover in our book. So being able to get a turnover on that is, especially on a fourth down, is huge for us.
Notre Dame has the kind of reputation of being one of the best teams in the country every year. Now that you've played against them, maybe what is it about them that makes them so difficult to beat?
I think just being able to play an elite team like Notre Dame was an awesome opportunity for us. I think it's just it showed that we can play against a team like that, though we didn't have the outcome that we wanted. But I think some things that make them such an elite team is just their discipline and how they get to the ball on defense as well as offense. Just the discipline that goes offense and defense as well as special teams. So.
How frustrating are the tackling issues?
That's just something that we worked through the week, and seeing that it didn't come to the exact thing that we wanted is a little frustrating, but knowing that we can fix that and knowing we have the chance to fix it is very important.
Jaden, I know as a leader this loss hurts, and I know you guys think you probably could have won this game. As a leader on this team, what do you tell the other guys in the locker room? There's still a whole lot of season left.
Yeah, just like you said, there is still a whole lot of season left. You know, it didn't come out the way that we wanted, and that hurts. It hurts all of us. But being able to get back with the guys and make sure that they all know that the season isn't over, and we're only 5 weeks in or 6 weeks in, and we have a lot of season left, and we have everything ahead of us still.
Coach talked a lot about like looking at the film, and I know you guys did that in preparation for this game as well. Was there anything that Notre Dame did today that surprised you guys, caught you off guard, anything like that?
There's nothing that they did that caught us off guard. We practiced for exactly what they had for us, and we just didn't play to the exact level that we needed to play for.
It's hard to look at positives when you lose, but you guys gave the offense a couple of big-time chances in the first half. So how do you just build off of that? If you want to take that as a positive, how do you build on that for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think just it starts in not pointing fingers. You know, we did give them a lot of opportunities, and they weren't able to fully take advantage of those, but we can't start pointing fingers because that's when teams start to break down. So being able to bring the offense up and let them know that we are going to get them the ball back no matter what team we play, no matter what game we're in, and just continue to build into them and continue to build the offense to be a better offense for sure.
Big picture-wise, I mean, it was a non-conference game. You're 1-0 in conference. You get back into that now. I mean, that goal's still attainable. I know the loss hurts, but I mean, how do you guys kind of refocus with what, a lot of over half the season still left?
Yeah, I think just looking back at this game, seeing the things that we need to fix, and then just going to the next week being 1-0. You know, we're going back into conference, which is super exciting. So just being able to see that we have a lot of season left and we're going into conference, so it's super exciting.
Talked a lot about penalties. Was there anything that Notre Dame was doing that maybe was making you guys commit penalties that maybe you wouldn't usually do? Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Anybody else? All right, thanks, Jake.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
I'll give him a trial cable.
Jay, did you get approval for that pregame stand-up semi on the field in the stands, or you just do that?
It was.
You know when you're on the stairs?
Yeah. Don't transmit it, so it plays.
Yeah, no. The rules are just ridiculous.
You guys gonna go back to the same spot for stand-ups? Or you go to the balcony up top? I think you can look in the stadium that way. I think we're gonna do the balcony. Yeah, back along the
Or we're just gonna go on the field and make somebody kick us
You
out.
might as well. I mean, you're not coming back here anytime soon.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We only got one play. We got like 5 more questions, bro. It's tight. We got 5 more questions maximum. No offense, but he's like, I just Jay and Brady in the group. He's a sweet guy. Super nice. Did you get the highlights already, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm on.
Did you send him full game? No. Or no, you just sent him.
I didn't send it.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was trying to scoot it over a little. It's good. Good.
Everybody good? Yeah. How disappointing is that one?
Pretty disappointing, you go in every game hoping to win. Any loss is disappointing, but we got a chance to take down a top-ranked team. And you don't get it done. Yeah, pretty disappointed. So, but all we can do is put our head down, get ready for next week, get back to work.
You look at some of the mistakes, the turnovers, the penalties, just how much does that kind of compound the frustration?
Yeah, it's really been the same story every week. Even when we win, we have penalties, and we try to fix them every week. But we have to take a huge step, a way bigger step. We got to try harder to fix those things. The penalties come up every week, and we did it again today. We cost us a lot of hidden yardage, and just got to be able to fix those mistakes.
You seemed questionable at best when they called you for that, and that obviously hurt you guys were, I think, in the red zone or close to it at that point. How key was that swing there? Because then you ended up having a punt.
Thought it was pretty big, huge explosive by Wags on that, and then just trying to play hard, and I end up getting a penalty. Ref called it, so I got to be better with my techniques and my fundamentals. That one's on me. I got to play call back.
Talking about being confident, about being able to win this game, what did Notre Dame do today that made it so tough to beat them?
Notre Dame played their tails off. They had a great defensive scheme. They ran a lot of man. I feel like we did a good job getting open. They got some pressure back there. Had Maddox running a lot. But I feel like a lot of mistakes were on us too. Our penalties and our turnovers. That's on us. That's really nothing they were doing. It was just us getting in our own way.
I guess as a player, like you mentioned the man defense, and so did your coach. What is it about that man defense that makes it so tough to get over?
Well, one, if they're on you fast and you got a certain type of route, some certain type of man press, it's harder to get open on your route. And two, you only get flags if the ball's getting thrown to you. So, it's a lot of handsiness going on, having a quarterback getting off you. But ultimately, it comes down to us just winning our one-on-ones and playing better at receiver.
6 offensive drives for you guys in the second half. 5 of them you got into Notre Dame territory. One of them, the other one, you were really close to midfield. Just what was going on with not being able to finish those drives?
Like you said, we were turning the ball over, being careless with the ball, obviously trying to fish too hard for a play maybe, or somebody not doing the right thing. It's a lot. You can go back and say those are the reason of those turnovers, but ultimately it just comes down to us just being able to take care of the ball, know that the ball is the team and the team is the ball. We have to be able to take care of the ball.
I know it was a tough game for Madsen out there. As a leader on this team, what do you tell your quarterback after a night like this? I know that that's frustrating.
Tell him that it's not all his fault. Those plays don't make the whole game. It's a team sport. You made mistakes. I made mistakes. The guy to the left or right of us all made mistakes. So it's not all on him. He has another week to get better. It's not the end of the world. We have plenty of games left.
Maddox was rolling out a lot, who's being chased out of the pocket a lot. Just how difficult does that make it for you and the rest of the receivers, just trying to get open to make a play for him?
Protection is, we always say protection is an 11-man job. It's not all just the offensive line. So, whether that's we speed our routes up or we just do quicker sets or whatever we have to do, but it definitely makes it tougher when we barely finish our route and quarterback and it's scramble drill. So that makes it tougher, but all we can do is what we can do, and that's continue to run our routes hard and try to get the ball, try to get open.
Looking at film coming into this game, was there specific area of the Notre Dame defense that you guys thought that you'd be able to exploit and that didn't happen?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of times we exploited things, but maybe here and there we didn't have time, or like we just knew they were going to be a man, and everything we knew they were going to do, they were going to do it for pretty much. It was just we didn't execute, if I'm being honest.
Moving forward, I mean, it was a non-conference game. You go back into conference play now. Still playing for that goal. I mean, how do you kind of regroup here and then reset, kind of your goals for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, Coach D talked about it too. Does not make the break the season. Everything's still on the table. We still can go three-peat. We have a conference opponent next week, like you said. I mean, just knowing we can't lose anymore. We know we can't lose anymore. We won't lose anymore. So we'll be able to just go out there and just attack every day. That's all we can do is put our head down and attack and get ready for New Mexico.
Which Spencer said a number of times after the game that, you guys haven't won a couple games like this recently, and he said that that's on him. What do you guys feel like you need to do to win games like this, I guess? And, I mean, college football is a resource battle too, right, or a resource race. And there's schools out there with a lot of resources, but like, what do you have to do to win games like this in your opinion?
One, I would say we have to step up as leaders, all of us. Obviously, it's something that we're not getting across. Little details are slipping. So I feel like, one, we have to step up as leaders and preach the tradition and the culture of this program. Honestly, that's all I want to say. We got to put it on us as players. That's just something we have to improve on.
Latrell, come Monday morning, you talked about fixing the penalties, right? But as a leader, what's the message coming from you Monday morning come practice?
I would say, I mean, we got another week to be great. We got another week to get our win back. My message would be to keep being yourself and keep playing fast, keep playing smart, and we just got to keep playing together and physical, because at the end of the day, that's going to win us football games if we just continue to put one foot in front of the other and work every day. I mean, that's all we can do, but I will also say we have to heighten our focus going into this week, because it's obviously not there if we just keep making these little mistakes. So I feel like we need to heighten our focus and just step up as leaders and really take control.
Good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Joel.
Almost did it again.